Yeah, welcome back to the second phase of the first course, which is market structure. So we want to examine what we learned in our previous video, which is a sketch. I want to implement it in real life. And if you can watch my time frame now, presently I'm in 1 hour time frame. That is, I'm in a higher time frame. So I want to analyze on this 1 hour time frame with SMC, Smart Money Concept, and I'll make my entry with 5 minutes time frame or 15 minutes time frame. So firstly, I have to just read the market. Where is the trend starting from? Wow, the trend is actually starting from around this side. So let me indicate my break of structure, and let's start with break of structure first. Then I now draw my demand zone and my support zone. One thing I need you guys to know that the demand zone is always demand zone happens when we're in an uptrend, and support zone happens when we're in uptrend downtrend, sorry to say. So demand happens when we are going up, when it is predicted that it's going to go up. Where is the demand zone? Where is that point that people, when the coin gets, people wants to buy, that the demand for it? And the support happens in an uptrend where people are not getting interested. Let us see if the support can actually carry it on. Without wasting much of our time, let me indicate my break of structures, which is the first goal. So firstly, as I've said, the market started from, let me indicate that, started from around this, yes, on this place. Let me widen my screen. Yes. Okay, now BOS, break of structure. Yeah, so I'm making a sample here on a downtrend. This is the first one I'm doing, downtrend first. Once we're done with this downtrend, I'll make another sample again on uptrend, on how to identify your market structure. And so the next break of structure here, is around this point, because I'm telling you, downtrend, it went below the previous higher low. I get my point. It went beneath the previous lower low, so it created another lower low around this place. So my next break of structure is around this place. It's very simple to identify, so I guess you people shouldn't have issue with all this break of structure of a thing. BOS identify. You said I don't need to just be typing, so you can. On our previous video I taught you how to save your break of structure. So the next one is the next break of structure is around this place, because it went below the previous lower low, so it broke the structure. Coming. BOS break of structure. Okay, let's see if it's actually broke. Yes, it broke the previous, that is, it broke the previous support, that is the previous one. So, and it went down. So that's another break of structure around this point. Another break of structure around this point. Your chart needs to be clean. Henceforth, I don't want to see any indicator this period. Don't go and put me on I should not be pissed though. Please don't just put any indicator now. This is the time. Indicators, one thing you guys don't know about indicators will make you lazy. I'm telling you the very fact. It's not that I don't use indicator, I use indicator, but after my analysis, indicator will make you very lazy. And sometimes, it's not even sometimes, most times the indicators they give you false signals, you understand? So analyze the market yourself and see the direction yourself. So that is just it too. Let me identify my break of structure here again. Okay, do you have any other? No? Yes. Now this is the current. Okay, it's not even current. I thought it was the current. You still have another break of structure. We have another break of structure. Yes, around this side, it broke the structure. And went below, went down. Coming. Yes. I have another BOS here. Yes, that is what we call break of structure. If you can see, I've identified my break of structure from the starting point of where I see the trade is coming from. Break of structure, BOS. Okay, good. So now it's now left for me to identify my if you watch this coin now, the coin now got to this place. it has a lot of consolidation at this point. I get my point. It did not break this. It did not break it down again. So that's why you see me not having another brick of structure going down. So over here now, I am tend to what, to draw my my support zone or my demand zone. Sorry to say. So if you can watch the coin itself, I've once take your triangle. I guess it's not the first time I explained triangle for you guys the other time. The coin I've once gotten to this area before. Draw your demand zone around this point. Yes. Why did I draw my demand zone around that point? You know, I always give you my reasons. The coin I've once touched this area before, gotten to this area too. So the coin has always been touching this demand. This shows that why is it my demand zone? The coin has been touching around this area, and that is when it gets to this area, a lot of people are showing interest in the coin that they buy. When it gets to this particular spot, people will surely buy. That's why you see that that's why it's called a demand zone. A demand zone. Keep people demand for the coin. So I hope everyone have clear understanding. Don't forget I'm in a higher time frame. I'm just still making my analysis. Good. So when I've got, let us assume that we are not even seeing something like this. This candle have not even come to pass. Let's assume that this candle have not even come to pass, and we are presently around this spot. Are you getting my point? So what I am going to be looking for is what we call change of character. Is what we call what? Change of character. Change of character. Then I place my what? Entry. So once I've marked my demand zone already, which is my support area, and my I have to go and check. And I've marked my brick of structure and so on and so forth. So I have to go and check lower time frame. Now let us try 15 minutes time frame. Let's see what the 15 minutes time frame is giving us. According to, now if you watch my 15 minutes time frame, you can see same thing that I've analyzed is showing on my 15 minutes time frame. You see, it's showing on my 15 minutes time frame, BOS, everything. But what I just need is the entry, and is what we call the entry is what we call change of what? Character. Change of what? Character. So how do you identify your change of character? I said I will explain that in this video. Change of character is when, don't forget this thing I told you in a downtrend. Before I even explain that, if you check why I've been tagging this my brick of structure, if you watch, the market has been coming this way. It has just been coming like this, like this, like this. That is downtrend, just like this. Downtrend is coming down. So when let me draw that sketch again. It's coming like this. That is downtrend. So at that moment whereby the coin now creates another candle that is above the previous. Don't forget the previous, it creates above the previous higher what? The previous higher low, that it now turns to another higher high. That's when you now have your change of character. That shows that it is no longer obeying. It's no longer obeying the trend again. It has gotten a change of character. Now, for instance, how do we identify a change of character here? You see, the coin keeps consolidating around this point. So what I'm expecting is just a candlestick that will be above this previous candlestick that have been here, that will go up. Don't forget, change of character is not your entry. Don't get me wrong. Change of character is not your entry, but it's one of the confirmation of you to get your entry. So wait and listen to me clearly. God, I need water. You guys will not kill me. Okay, now let's move on. So as I've said, if you check here, we now have the coin have been consolidating around this place. So change of character happened at this point because this coin that went up here went above the previous candle. So the second thing that will now confirm your entry. You understand? So when I've gotten this place to be my what? Change of character, this spot to be my what? Change of character, I will now tag this area. Let me tag it. Let me tag that area. My change of character. That way we have. So change of character is always tagged as CHOCH. Some people use CH. It's still the same thing. You can use anyone, but the general term uses what? CHOCH. Or CH change is still the same thing. So my change of character occurred around where in this market? So my change of character occurred around this area, that is this part, this area here. So I double click COCH. So that's where we have our COCH, change of character. You understand? Our change of character occurred around this place. You can actually, some people use their change of character to be around this spot, and go up, you understand? But for us, for you to have better understanding, always make your change of character your second to the last how can I put it? Second to the last confirmation for your entry. So when you have your change of character here, you now wait for a retest. Don't forget, your change of character happened in this place. You now wait for what? A retest back to that zone. So when you get a retest back to your zone, it will pull back. That's when you now get your what? Your entry. Are you getting my point? With pull up, you get your what? Your entry. So you get your entry from there. So, but you don't get your entry from only change of character. You might have a change of character, exactly. It goes up and now come back and break down and break your something. You understand? But when to confirm your entry, you get your change of character. When you get your character, you now get a retest back on that to that zone. So when you get a retest back to that zone, it goes up. I get my point, and that's how you get. I guess you know how to get. You see, if for instance now, if you enter this trade now. If you enter this trade, you know how much you would have gotten. You know how much you would have gotten after getting the confirmation around this place. And take for instance, you look for the previous high that the coin has gotten before. It's so simple now. And you draw your support zone around that area. Look for the highest high the coin has gotten. Let me go back to my 1 hour to draw my zone, that is my resistance. Where is my resistance level? Now, previously the coin has gone as high as this before. Are you getting my point? If you are not greedy as a trader. So what is so bad for me to draw my support zone? Oh, sorry. Yes, my where people get support. Like, how can I put it? Supply. Yes, sorry to say supply. So I draw it here over this spot because this is the highest high it went previously before it now start coming down drastically. So I will just draw my. I'm coming. Yes. I can put my take profit around this place. Put my take profit. Let me change the color. I can change the color to green. I get my point. This is how those indicators you are always saying you want to rely on indicator. Create this thing yourself and you make it. And one thing you need to know is that you guys need to understand something. All those chart patterns that I say you guys to study. If you watch, you will always need in this advance. This place I've created one top already, which the knowledge I teach you or what I've taught you, I know when the thing come, it will surely come up back, and when it come up back, it will surely respect this double top. And even though if it will not come down, it will surely still come down. It will still come down a bit. Maybe it will now later break the resistance up. No, who knows? But you know that when it creates double tops, it will surely respect it. Come down. Normally, it ought to come back to this support zone. Check if it will break it or get it back up. Or in some cases, it happens like this. If it has, for instance, now you can actually just come down and just deceive people coming down, and break it up. I will still go to get to that level. I will still teach you to identify all those kind of charts. If it's going to deceive you also. So that's that for that. If you watch, the coin have been getting support in that area. Even over this, how to explain if you want to explain a downtrend and get the entry with